So, hey everybody, how are you? This time I'm going to share with you how I was thinking about my Barbarian this time. And, well, you will see right now what I was thinking when I was playing. So, I pre recorded this and I took my time, to be honest, thinking about mm, what kind of build I was going to create this time. Last season, I created something. A double swing tornado, something like that. It was pretty fast. It was a strong, not as strong or broken as other builds, but it was pretty nice. So well, this time because I had the chance to play a little bit the PTR, I wanted to. I created something like a rent build um, with tornadoes and with shouts and tornadoes and dust devils. And I want to recreate that in this season because apparently it's going to be stronger somehow. Dust devils are definitely stronger. Were definitely stronger in the PTR, and I have very nice effects with Rend and the Banished Lord's amulets. So, well, that's the end game build. Something like shouts, tornadoes, and things like that. And as you can see, I was here wondering what I could do to start as an initial or starting build. And I went full on right. I had this idea totally, but then I I immediately went back because I wasn't sure. The rent build, to be honest, is very high on resources. So you need some aspects to maintain your resource. You need some uniques to get that resource up and to get the damage for end game. So this time I was wondering like what can I do just to get started, just to get to world tier 3 and 4, to mid game more or less. So I decided to go for an starting build with Frenzy because it gives me damage reduction. Probably you saw that. And I decided to pick up, what is the name of that? Upheaval. Ah, nice, Upheaval. Because that core skill will crush the enemies in World Tier 2, and you will have some crowd control over there, like also with this on distance with enemies on distance. And also I was thinking here like I will go with ground stomp, leap, or something like that. I was wondering if I could get steel grasp, just because the unique gives you extra damage. But I thought at the moment I was recording this, I thought it was part of the skills tree, but it wasn't there, and I realized that. And well, I just regretted. I just went back to thinking about the build, and in the end, what I decided to do is, well, I'm going to go full upheaval. Friends is just going to give me damage reduction, and I will go with brawling skills. Brawling skills because I will have a lot of crowd control, I will have a lot of damage there, and I will combine that. I was thinking about the Ancient's ultimate skill, but I think it's going to be better for the first World Tier 2 and World Tier 3, the beginning of World Tier 3, to get Iron Maelstrom. I think it's called something like that in English. Yeah. So Iron Maelstrom, because that will do a lot of damage. A lot of damage. You will not suffer. You will kill a lot of enemies. So you are seeing that on screen because now I speed up things. And well, this is just the time. This is just like the showcase of the initial frenzy upheaval just to show you how crazy it is. Like I am going to level up. The thing that I was thinking here is I have to level up to level 10. So once I get to level 10, I am going to the Hell Tithe. I am going to the Hell Tithe and I am going to level up to 20. And once I'm on level 20, I can do other things. I can do, I can get my skills from the brawling skills. I am going to invest on, I remember I invested heavily on, or I focus primarily on kick, I think. Kick and leap, because those are, in my opinion, and for me, for my playstyle, they are the best for me. So now you are seeing here on the screen how I prefer to go walking, not using the horse, because if you go walking just in the beginning of the game, you get more plants, the plants that you need for your potion to upgrade your potion. You get some currency, this special currency you use for to buy things with the guy who sells things for purple currency, that thing, or blue currency. I don't know what's the name. I don't remember the name. Ovals, something like that. So, well, you will see my trip here. Pretty good, quick trip to the Hell Tithe because I am closing into level 10. As I was telling you, I prefer to go walking because I find enemies. I go leveling up. I do all this stuff. I find resources, I find materials, I find new gear, and all of that is going to help me prepare for Hell Tithe. Because to be honest, if you go to Hell Tithe like right now, as I am now, level 9, with the little girl, with the little gear that I have, is not that much, and not with the skill points enough to get all your brawling skills, you will probably die on Hell Tithe, or I will probably die on Hell Tithe. So that's why I wait until level 10, which is like over there. I get close to Hell Tithe, and before I enter Hell Tithe, I am going to start assigning my skill points. So I go full brawling, and you will see how easy it is. You won't have problems, or in this case, I didn't have problems dealing with all the enemies that they spawn there. Even if they have the new enemies, the worms that come from the ground and speed a lot of enemies, that was not a problem. So here it is. I speed down a little bit the video just for you to show what I'm doing. And let's see. I was Frenzy was complete. Upheaval was complete. I needed one more point. I am going to invest more in that category because I want the damage reduction. But I start here with all the brawling skills. Brawling skills. This is the beauty of this build. Brawling skills are going to grant me Berserking. And Berserking is going to help me generate more resource with rent once I have the aspect for the rent resource. And it's going to be like a continuous loop. So I generate resource with leap. I attack with rent, or sorry, not rent, it's upheaval. I attack with upheaval and so on. And I have a lot of crowd control. Okay. Later, if I am not mistaken, I speed up a little bit here the video just because it's a showcase of how I didn't struggle with Hell Tithe, even though there were a lot of more enemies. But yeah, it was pretty simple. I didn't have problems here. But well, back to the build. The build you will see later, and I will explain you later why I changed upheaval. Upheaval is great to mid-level, but I got a chest, I think, or a hammer, something like that benefits from getting hits with your core skill, and the brawling skills do more damage. So in for that specific aspect, upheaval is not the best. It's pretty slow. You better use something like double swing or whirlwind, which for this particular run or in this particular season, I am going to be using whirlwind because it does more attacks to enemies, and I will feel the stack much faster to attack with my brawling skills. And oh my god, I'm getting tired of talking. And what happened next? I don't remember. Well, this is just a showcase, so that's why I speed it up. I hope it finishes fast. But I also recommend you that if you're doing the Hell Tide just like this to level up, take a break sometime from time to time, go to a town, just for you to assign your new skill levels, to change your gear, because you will have some new gear. You will see that later in the video I make a stop in a town. I don't remember where, but I make a stop in a town just to assign my new skill points to get my gear in order. Maybe you notice also something that I do with my gear right now. We are on World Tier 2, so I don't think gear is that important at this point of time. So what I do is only if I see the green color, it has more power, more item power, more armor for my gear, I just put it in my character, and that's it. So, and well, what else happened here? So yes, gear. I was talking about gear. So I don't pay attention to that. I only get the upgrades of my gear, and that's it. I put it in, easy peasy, right? I will start thinking about or checking my gear more carefully once I get to World Tier 3, probably. So, well, I am here on the doing the Season 3 activity. I am not going to show you that much. I'm going to cut it somewhere here. So that you can experience it. Now you can see that I am assigning the points. I'm going full for power leap. I'm going to upgrade all charge. I am going to upgrade all kick. Not with the 5.5 basic points. I only use 1 point there, because in the end they are only my crowd control abilities. My main damage is going to come from the core skill and the loop that I am going to create with that legendary drop that I got by the end of the video. And that's how it's going to work. So it's something like you jump into the enemy. It's something like that. You jump with into the battle with leap. You get resource. You use whirlwind. You get the stacks for your brawling skills. You use your brawling skills, you eliminate all the enemies, and then by the time you use all of your brawling skills, your leap is already up again, and you repeat the cycle. If enemies are doing so much damage, that's why we have Frenzy, because Frenzy is going to give us damage reduction, right? And later, once we finished with our main tree, I am going to get into Pit Fighter. I'm going to get the Fortify. I don't care right now about Fortify because there are no constant ways in the beginning to be fortified. So I will not care too much about assigning points into the fortified abilities. For damage reduction or for more damage, and for my key passive, I'm thinking like Walking Arsenal. If I am going to use, I am using, because this was in the past. I am using Iron Maelstrom. I'm going to be using Walking Arsenal or Unconstrained, because I'm going to be constantly berserking. That can give me extra damage, or I can get the damage of Iron Maelstrom, which is also going to be pretty nice, because your that ultimate skill, Iron Maelstrom, is going to give us it's going to give me the. It's going to give me the. Oh my god! I forgot what I was saying. Sorry, my. There was a blackout in my house. So I was saying that Iron Maelstrom is going to give me extra damage every time I use it, and you might ask yourself, but you have to wait until your ultimate skill damage or ability or skill is up again. But that's why you have the key passive, and you upgrade Iron Maelstrom to the last skill point, which is every time you every time you switch weapons. So you do friends in this case, then you do upheaval or whirlwind, which I am going to change to. You're going to be using like one-handed sword. You're going to be using a slashing sword, two-handed. You're going to be using your mace with charge, right? So you're going to be using all your weapons, and you're going to be refreshing your ultimate skill bar pretty fast, pretty fast. Okay, that's why I thought it in that way, or I thought it could be a great idea. But well, we will have to see. Now, in this part of the video, I went pretty quick just to give a shot, to to do the activities, to do all the initial activities, upgrade your potion, do your first masterworking, or learn your first masterwork scroll, all of this stuff. And it's a nice time for if you are following this in somehow, just to get an idea of how I get my builds. Yeah, I tend to do this. Like I pick up all my gear, and I don't care. I don't switch my gear until I am almost full of objects, or until I completed a big objective or something like that. So yes, in this case, I had to start with the Kewashad objectives, the initial objectives, like go speak to the blacksmith, go and speak to the potion guy, go and I don't know what else, the gems, all of these things, right? I switch my gear, I assign any skills points I have left, and I continue. That is pretty much what you are watching here. Then I went to Ketbardu just to do my Barbarian mission, or the character's special mission. I don't remember what's the name. The special mission, and I go on and go on and go on, and I do it. You see that it's going to be pretty fast with this build. I don't know. Well, I'm telling you that it's going to be pretty fast, because usually with previous builds I have used, it takes a little bit of time to kill like the bandits, the beasts, and all of these enemies. But I noticed that this time it was much faster, just because I could close in to the enemies. I had jumped to get to them, I had charged to get to them, and to kill them faster. I had kick to crowd control them, and to kick them if I had the opportunity to kick them to the walls or to a surface. They die pretty quick. Also, the beast here, it dies relatively quick just with kick. So yeah, I pretty like it. I like it a lot. I like it very much. But I'm going to change to my rent. I am very stubborn, so I'm going to change to my vision build, and I will see if it works. If it doesn't work, well, I will do something different. But for a starting build, you're watching how this is performing. Here I come back to pretty much this is what I'm going to do. So probably you won't see another video leveling up or something like this, because pretty much this is everything I'm going to see just to start. I'm going to be on health type. I'm going to be leveling up, switching gear, assigning skill points into the skill tree, which you will see a little bit more completed later on here. But you see that I am speeding up things here. because what I want you to show you only in this part of Hell type is is how strong it can be, and how tanky you can be, because there was a point in this Hell type in which I was surrounded by a lot of enemies. A worm came out, and there were a lot of bosses, and probably if you didn't have the damage reduction that I have, you will probably die, to be honest. Well, I would have died. Yes. I would have died. So you will see it. What else I was thinking here? Well, I was thinking, what kind of aspects could be beneficial for me at this time? And as I am using a lot the basic, I'm going to be using a lot the basic basic skill, the resource generation skill. As I'm going to be using that a lot because damage reduction is important, and it grants me, Frenzy grants me damage reduction. I'm going to be looking for basic skill aspects. Fortunately, you will see again by the end of the video that I got them from this Hell type. That was amazing, because I was thinking like, oh, I need something for my basic skills, not really for my brawling skills or for my core skill, because most of the damage that I am going to do is from brawling and basic, but basic is going to be my starting point, and I want it to be better. I wanted to do more damage, and fortunately it happened. It totally happened. And well, this is the part I was telling you. This is the part in which that could be I slowed down the video just a while ago, but this is the part in which I was telling you it could be a problem if you didn't have the damage reduction from Frenzy, or the mobility. You say mobility, the utility skills like leap or charge, in which you can move a lot and you can crowd control all these guys, and you can escape from the trap. You see that even though I am taking damage, I am taking a lot of damage, I won't die. I'm not dying. And all the work is being done by the brawling skills, by Upheaval. Upheaval is doing a lot of damage with that Overpower. I imagine it can do even more if I focus it on Overpower, but I don't like it. I don't like Upheaval very much. I think it's pretty slow. You can create something nice, though. But, well, you can see here I am almost dying there. 2 potions, 1 potion, and then I finish the activity. And as remember, if you finish the activity now with in this season, with this reworking that they did to the game, well, you have better loot. You have a lot of things that you can try on, right? Because now we have to try the loot. We have to try everything that this game has to offer after the rework of the items. So I think I got. I didn't pick up that thing, which was a masterworking scroll, but I got it later on town. But I got a scroll. You can get scrolls. You can get legendaries. You can get good gear from all those kinds of activities. So well, you saw that I survived. I survived that difficult trap, and just because of the build. Just because of that build. This is the time that I was telling you before in the video that sometimes you should, or I take my time. I go to a town and I start assigning the skills, the new points of skills that I got, that I start switching my gear if I got new gear and so on. So over here, I'm going to explain you a little bit what I did I went for duelist. I went for enhanced charge. I want to get power charge because I want the cooldown of charge. For leap, I remember I went for the point skill that gives you fury, gives you resource. The point on duelist, I think I have on the video a better skill tree by the end. I will see. But you will see that I assigned duelist because I want to be faster with basic skills. I assigned. I completed the tree on the brawling skills. Remember, I only assigned for this build. I only assigned one point in brawl in the main brawling skill. Because the rest of the points are going to be on the core skills and all the passive ones, all the passive skills that you have around it. If there is any extra points after you have done that, or I have done that, I am going to assign them to Frenzy, probably. To Frenzy or to the skill passive that gives you a percentage of your max life. And I will see how that works. That's the fun in these games, that your build it's constantly evolving, or sometimes it changes completely because you found an item or you got a legendary before the one you were thinking, which is exactly what happened to me. The drops that I got from this Helltide were I got some nice legendaries here for my basic skills, and the legendary that makes all my brawling skills better. Better because they do more damage according to the stack. And you will see. Now you're starting probably to notice that I kill faster. I am getting more loot. I am getting more of everything. And well, here we slow down a little bit, just a little rest to see that I'm going to be here with the wolves, in the wolves camp, and all of this. Well, I speed it up because, as I told you before, I only see. This is what I told you in the beginning. I only see if it has a gray number. I put it on. I don't care too much right now. It's just the start of the game. I don't have to pay attention to the numbers or to the stats that much. I will start worrying about it on World Tier 3, Nightmare, or Unending Torment. But right now, it's not that difficult to do it. So I scrap everything. I get my loot. I get my legendaries. And there you go. That's the legendary I was telling you. So basic dodge, which is not bad, but this one. Each time your core skill deals damage, you gain a stack for extra damage in your brawling skills. And that's why I am changing Upheaval for Whirlwind, because I am going to be stacking faster that extra damage. And probably for future videos, for the next video, I am going to show you just when I get how it looks like, how the build looks like at level 50 probably, just to get to World Tier 3 and for you to have a better idea. So maybe that will happen. I don't have a lot of time to play nowadays. Well, it depends. Yes, tomorrow I have some time, so probably I have some time to play tomorrow, and but I will upload the video until Sunday or something like that. There is work, but I will show you the full tree, how it looks like, and in that future video I'm going to show you according to what I decide to do, how am I going to change, how I do the change gradually from this starting build to the end game build, what I am going to be looking for, what kind of paragon glyphs I am going to be using, and what kind of activities I'm going to be running to level up. So I hope you like the future video. And if you are here, if you want somebody to run with you your dungeons or health tide or something like that, just let me know. Let me know. Of course, if I have the time, or if our times meet, we can play together. Of course, that's one of my purposes of making videos, to know more people to play this game with other people and not with the same people all the time. So, what am I going to explain here? Well, gems. This is just part of the quest of Kyovashat. You get some gems. Right now, I don't care too much about gems because not even resistances are a problem here in this kind of in normal difficulty. So I just create something and put it in my weapons, in my armor, and that's it. Of course, don't forget to upgrade your potion. You upgrade your potion. And this is another reason I stopped here, I remember, because I was thinking, this is one of the reasons why I go most of the time walking and not by horse. I know a lot of people like the horse. I like the horse. I love the horse. But most of the times I go walking, or I go on foot, because when you go on foot, you gather more resources. And as you can see, even for this super potion, I already have the angel breath. I will have the herbs or the plants necessary for those potions, and I will not worry about them. Another thing I like to buy is whispering keys, because caches. Well, the boxes that you open with the whispering key has better loot nowadays, or currently, and that's much better, much better. So, as you can see, I have a mix of everything. I don't pay attention to the gear right now. I will pay attention again on Nightmare. You see, I have 4 legendaries from level 1 to level 22. I already have 4 legendaries. And in this part of the video, I think in this part of the video, you will see that I am deciding on my emblem, my title, and so on. But let's speed that up probably. Okay, yeah, and we are speeding up that part of the video because, well, I was deciding like what kind of title I wanted. And as I am going to build a shouting barbarian dust devil rending thing, rend build, so something related to shout. So bolt echo was the best I found. Well, the first thing I found, to be honest. And well, you can see over there an overview of the build of what I'm using right now. Again, a summary: frenzy to get damage reduction, whirlwind to stack faster. You start with upheaval, or you can go with upheaval just to do more damage, right? And I don't know why I did that. Come on, video, show the skill tree. Very good. So, frenzy, again, damage reduction. Whirlwind to get the stack for the brawling skills. This is the change I made because of the gear. You can make it too. If you have something that that gives you an extra damage on any other of your abilities. So, for example, if you get the drop for the double swing dust devils, and you can change to double swing, or you can change to upheaval. It does a lot of damage. I went full brawling skills because that's a lot of crowd control, a lot of damage, and you can escape from very nasty situations with leap and charge. So very nice. Aggressive resistance, vital favor, necessaries because you want, or I want to be berserking all the time with my brawling skills. And if I am berserking, well, whirlwind is going to do more damage. And leap is going to refresh. My ultimate skill is going to refresh faster because I'm going to be switching weapons, right? And it's a loop. It's a complete loop in all your skills. It feels really nice, to be honest, to be using different skills. It feels really good, really good. Iron Maelstrom as an ultimate skill with the last point there to refresh it faster every time you swap weapons, change weapons. Every time you use a different weapon. Okay. And as for, I am showing their duelist. I am going for duelist and for more fury. But for the key passive, I'm thinking of Walking Arsenal or Unconstrained. Both are great and both can work in this kind of build. So I'm going to start with Walking Arsenal to see how it goes. And then I'm going to change to Unconstrained to see how it goes again. So, but for the final build, I am going to do something totally different because it's more like a build physical shouting thing. And you will see what happens then. But right now you have an idea. This is my theory crafting video about what I'm doing, what I want to do, what's my vision. And if you're watching this video, thank you very much to reach it here. I don't know if you're going to reach here. It's a lot of time, but if you reach this time, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next video in 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month. I don't know, somewhere, but you will have the video. Okay, again, thank you very much. I will upload this build on Build GG, D4 Builds GG, if you want to follow it. Thank you for watching. Bye.